Hello friends, this is Professor Rahul Krishnaji Bhavne and in the subject heat transfer, today we will see heat conduction through sphere. So let's start today's video. Heat conduction through hollow sphere. So consider one hollow sphere as shown in figure. So hollow sphere having an inner surface at radius r1 and outer surface at radius r2. Inner surface having a temperature T1 and outer surface having a temperature T2, and as heat is transferring radially from inner surface to outer surface, it means T1 is higher than T2. It may be in a reverse direction also, but in that case T2 must be higher than T1. But for our diagram, T1 is higher than T2 and heat is transferring from inner surface to outer surface through conduction. Now, if I want to draw electrical analogy or electrical resistance concept here, so it will be the resistance to heat flow from inner surface to outer surface, that is thermal resistance. Now, heat conduction through the elementary spherical surface ring. Why we require this elementary spherical surface ring? So, if we consider heat transfer at radius r1, so at r1 surface area through which heat is transferring is different, and as we are move towards outer surface, so at each stage radius will increase, and as radius will increase its surface area will goes on increasing. So surface area is not constant, so we have to consider one elementary ring and derive equation, and that equation we will integrate within a limit from inner surface to outer surface. Then only we can reach to the final form of our equation for hollow sphere. So we have to consider elementary ring because radius is goes on increasing. So we consider one elementary ring at radius r and thickness dr. So what is the thickness dr means? So that is a path of heat flow when it is passing through elementary area. So Fourier's law, Q is equals to minus Ka dt by dr. We are using dt by dx or dt by L. So that is dx or L stand for path length. But here path length, that is the thickness of elementary ring dr. So minus Ka dt by dr. And we are talking about elementary ring only. So at elementary ring, area, surface area is 4 pi r square. So our equation become Q is equals to minus K 4 pi r square dt by dr. Now rearranging this, so dr we are shifting to left hand side, r square we are shifting to left hand side, so it becomes Q dr upon r square, and on right hand side minus 4k pi dt. So we get this form. Now we have to apply limits from inner surface to outer surface. So at inner surface, when r is equals to r1, temperature will be T1, and at outer surface when r is equals to r2, temperature will be T2. So we have to integrate above equation within this limit. So we get Q, as heat transfer rate is constant, so we take it out from integration sign. So Q integration from R1 to R2. So integration limit R1 to R2 dr upon r square, and on left hand side 4k pi, it is taken out from integration as it is a constant, and integration within a limit t1 to t2 of dt. On simplifying this, we get this one, Q in a bracket minus 1 upon r. So integration of 1 upon r square is minus 1 upon r, and limits are r2 and r1 is equals to minus 4k pi. After integration of dt, it becomes t, and limits t2 and t1. So on simplifying this, we get q in a bracket minus 1 upon r2 minus of minus 1 upon r1 is equals to 4k pi t2 minus t1. Now here minus 1 upon r1, so minus of minus 1 upon r1, it become plus 1 upon r1. So we rearranging equation, q is equal to plus 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2. On right hand side also we are taking t1 minus t2, so negativity get cancelled, so minus sign is removed. So on right hand side 4k pi t1 minus t2. So if we take a LCM, so q is equals to LCM r1 r2, numerator r2 minus r1 is equals to 4k pi t1 minus t2. Now if we want to find out the rate of heat transfer through this hollow cylinder, so q is equals to 4k pi t1 minus t2 divided by this whole bracket r2 minus r1 upon r1 r2. So this is the equation which gives the heat conduction rate through hollow sphere. Now electrical analogy, if there is a composite cylinder, so we have to use the electrical analogy. So in electrical system, we follow Ohm's law, and as per Ohm's law, it is I is equals to dV upon R, where flowing quantity is a current I, and the motive force or driving force for this current is a potential difference dV. If we consider thermal system for sphere, so we know heat transfer rate Q is equals to 4 pi k T1 minus T2 upon bracket, that is R2 minus R1 upon R1 into R2. If rearranging this equation, so Q is equals to T1 minus T2 divided by this whole bracket divided by 4 pi k as shown in the formula. Now in this, what is the flowing quantity? It is heat Q. And what is the driving force for this heat flow? That is temperature difference dt T1 minus T2. Now if I consider R electrical resistance, which is a denominator, it is corresponding to the thermal resistance R thermal in conduction. So R thermal will be R2 minus R1 upon R1 R2 divided by 4 pi k. So this is thermal resistance of sphere. Now to simplify this, we can rearrange this as in this form. So for sphere, thermal resistance is R2 minus R1 4 pi k R1 R2. How to remember this? If closely observe this final form, so we observe that, so in sphere always higher radius minus lower radius in numerator and divided by 4 pi k product of these two radius. So this is a final form for thermal resistance in electrical analogy system. Now we will see one example concept for composite sphere, and in this we are considering both conduction as well as convection part. So let us consider this system is there where two spheres, inner sphere having radius r1 r2, outer sphere having radius r2 to r3, an inner sphere having hot fluid having temperature th, hot fluid temperature, with convective coefficient H1 or say HH, and outer sphere is in some surrounding fluid which having a temperature Tc, and suppose that cold fluid having a convective coefficient H2 or Hc, inner surface having thermal conductivity K1, outer surface having thermal conductivity K2, and heat flowing rate Q is radially inner to outer. It shows that inner hot fluid having higher temperature than outer. It may be in a reverse case also. In that case, Tc must be higher than Th. So this is the system, composite system. Now in this composite system, if we try to draw electrical analogy, so electrical analogy will be like this. At first part, when hot fluid to inner surface heat is transferring, so there will be heat transfer by convection. So convection resistance will be there. Then from inner surface to outer surface of first sphere, inner sphere, there will be a conduction resistance, so R thermal 1. Then for outer sphere, from inner to outer, conduction resistance R thermal 2, and outer surface of sphere to surrounding fluid again by heat transfer by convection, so convection resistance 2. So this will be a electrical analogy. Now thermal convective resistance from hot fluid to inner sphere surface is, so normally convection resistance is 1 upon HA. So R convection 1 upon A H of hot fluid. So convective heat transfer coefficient of hot fluid. So what is area? For inner sphere, area is 4 pi R1 square. So R convection 1 is equals to 1 upon 4 pi R1 square into HH. Similarly, suppose we are considering convection from outer surface to cold fluid. So in that case, convection resistance 2 will be 1 upon AHC. Now remember, here we are not giving any suffix to A, but area is different now. So for outer surface of sphere, area is 4 pi R3 square. So R convection 2 become 1 upon 4 pi R3 square HC. HC is a convective coefficient of cold fluid. Now thermal conductive resistance for inner sphere having radius R1 to R2. For that, formula is thermal resistance 1, second minus first, that radius, so R2 minus R1 divided by 4 pi k product of R1 and R2. And similarly for outer sphere, from radius R2 to R3, thermal resistance 2 will be R3 minus R2, 4 pi K2 R2 R3. So for this system, we get R convection 1, R thermal 1, R thermal 2, R convection 2. And as per electrical analogy, all resistance are in series. So total resistance will be the simply addition of all these resistance. So R total become R convection 1 plus R thermal 1 plus R thermal 2 plus R convection 2. Many student uh, prefer to use direct formula in R total. So they are not finding R convection 1, R thermal 1 likewise separately. They directly put R total is equals to 1 upon 4 pi R1 square H of H, like that. Now R total, so summation of all resistance, so it will be this formula. And if we know R total for this complete system and heat is flowing from TH to TC, so temperature difference is TH to TC. So our general equation become for heat transfer Q is equals to TH minus TC, that is dt, temperature, overall temperature difference, divided by total resistance of this system. Now we will see one numerical on composite sphere. Statement says an insulating powder is densely packed in the annular space between two concentric sphere with radius 75 mm and 50 mm. So first inner radius is R1 50 mm. So it is equals to 0.05 meter. Outer radius R2 is 75 mm. So 0.075 meter. The inner sphere is uniformly heated with electric power input of 30 watt. So electrical heater is used and that is power 30 watt. That means this much heat is supplied. So Q is 30 watt. Steady state temperature attained by inner sphere is 120 degrees centigrade. So T1 inner sphere temperature 120 degrees centigrade and outer surface is at 30 degrees. So T2 is 30 degrees centigrade. Take thermal resistance offered by inner sphere 0.007 degrees centigrade per watt. So whatever be the material of inner sphere having resistance and that resistance is directly given. In the same way, outer sphere having resistance R3 0.003 degrees centigrade per watt, and it is asked to find out first A, that is draw the analogous electrical circuit diagram of the system, and B, calculate thermal conductivity of powder. So I always suggest student to draw schematic diagram for whatever be the numerical. So it is gives a better understanding to solve the problem, and also many time it having a separate weightage. So always remember for any numerical, if possible, draw schematic for that diagram. So for solving, first draw the analogous electrical circuit diagram of the system. So it is a sphere as shown here. R1, that is inner radius of sphere. R2 is outer radius of second outer sphere, and both having a resistance, but they don't give any thickness. So we can't consider inner sphere heat flow through thickness. So directly we will use a resistance. So our insulating powder is packed between these two radius. So first inner surface having temperature T1 and outer surface having temperature T2, and between these two sphere there will be a insulating powder for which we have to calculate thermal conductivity, and heat is flowing from inner to outer. If we are drawing electrical analogy, so as per given we have already given directly R thermal resistance, that is inner surface of sphere resistance R thermal 1 0.007, outer sphere resistance 0.003, and we have to find out thermal K for this packed insulating powder. So when heat is flowing through this insulating powder zone, so it will give resistance, offer resistance, that is R thermal 2. So this will be a electrical circuit diagram for our given statement. Now the second part. So we have this diagram and this given data, and in second part it is asked to find out calculate thermal conductivity of powder. Friends, I am not going to solve the complete numerical here. I am just showing the flow chart whether it is possible to solve this or not. So in a flow chart, always go in a reverse direction. That means what is asked? It is asked to find out thermal conductivity of this insulating powder. And this K will be in the formula of R2 only, R thermal 2 only. And what is that R thermal 2? So outer radius R2 minus inner radius R1 divided by 4 pi K R1 R2. So here we observe the K value. We know R1, R2 and remaining terms are constant. Only unknown is K value. And if we want to find out the value of K, we must know R thermal 2. Now, how to calculate R thermal 2? So, R thermal 2 will be in the formula of total resistance. So, R total will be R thermal 1, which is having a definite value and it is given. R thermal 2, we are interested to find out the value of R thermal 2. Then R thermal 3, again it is given. And how to find out then R total? Once we get R total, we can find out R thermal 2. If we get the value of R thermal 2, then we will find out the value of K. So how to get the R total? So R total will be of the obtained from this formula. Q is equals to T1 minus T2 divided by R total. So T1 is given, T2 is given, Q is given. So it is quite possible to find out R total. Once we get R total, so we will find out R thermal 2. If we get R thermal 2 value, then we will put here and we will obtain the value of K. That will be our answer. So this problem is possible to solve. So I will left the calculation calci work to you only. So just go through this numerical and find out the exact value. Now another numerical on sphere. A 60-watt lamp is buried in soil and that soil having thermal conductivity 0.83 watt per meter Kelvin at temperature equals to 0 degree centigrade. So that lamp is inside that soil which is initially at 0 degree centigrade and switched on. So when that lamp is initially buried in the soil having temperature 0 and then after lamp is on, switched on. Find the temperature 0.3 meter away from the lamp when steady state is reached. So this is quite tricky numerical. So let us see. Q is given. Heat transfer is 60 watt because lamp wattage is given 60 watt. So it will dissipate the heat 60 watt. Then thermal conductivity of soil 0.83 watt per meter Kelvin. R where we have to find out. So radius is 0.3 meter. And as this is a schematic, as I always says, draw a schematic for the problem so it will become little bit easy to understand the concept. Now this is the land where one bulb is buried and this bulb approximate as a sphere. So when it is switch on, so it will dissipate heat in a spherical form and that spherical heat will spread all over the land and it is asked from this bulb to when R equals to 0.3 meter and at this 0.3 meter radius zone what is the temperature. Remember bulb is now on, so temperature at this bulb zone is highest and remaining soil suppose at infinity radius still heat is not reached, so its original initial temperature is sustained there. So when from bulb to R infinity, temperature of that soil is 0 degree centigrade. So we have to find out temperature of soil at R equals to zero point 0.3. So we have this diagram, R equals to infinity, where temperature at infinity is 0. So these data also important. With this data, which is not given directly, with this data, Q is 60 watt, K is given, and we have to find out temperature at R is equals to zero point 0.3. And remember, all these heat traveling zones are spherical only. So we are assuming just like a sphere. So we know Q is equals to minus Ka dt by dr. If we are considering minus K, that means dt is lower minus higher temperature value. Now heat spread in the soil in the form of sphere. So surface area at R is, so minus 4 pi r square dt by dr. Now rearranging this, r square and dr is shifted to left hand side. So it becomes q dr upon r square is equals to minus k 4 pi dt. When r equals to zero point 0.3, then temperature T is T1, which is unknown. Actually, we are interested in finding this T1. And second condition, when r is equals to infinity, where it is not reached, then temperature is 0 degree centigrade. So we will integrate this equation within this limit. So it will be like this. So integration within a limit 0.3 radius to infinity, q dr upon r square is equals to integrating within a limit from temperature T1 to 0 minus k 4 pi dt. Now q is a constant, so take it outside of integration sign. So 0.3 to infinity dr upon r square is equals to 4 minus k 4 pi. This is also constant, so remove out from integration sign. So integration of t1 to 0 dt. Now simplifying this, q in bracket 1 upon r square, integration of 1 upon r square become minus 1 upon r, and limits 0.3 to infinity is equals to minus k 4 pi. Integration of dt become t and limit t1 to 0. So simplify this, q in bracket minus 1 upon infinity plus set plus sign, because minus of minus 1 upon r again. So minus 1 upon infinity minus minus plus 1 upon zero point 0.3 is equals to minus k 4 pi 0 minus t1. So again on simplify this, q we know it is 60 watt, in bracket 1 minus 1 upon infinity plus 1 upon zero point 0.3 is equals to minus 0.83 is a k 4 pi 0 minus t1. Simplify this, we know 1 upon infinity is nothing but a 0. So 60 0 plus 1 upon zero point 0.3 is equals to minus 10.43 in bracket 0 minus t1. So on simplifying, we get 200 is equals to 10.43 t1. So t1 is equals to 19.17 degrees centigrade. And this is our answer. That means at radius 0.3 meter, temperature will be 19.17 degrees centigrade. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching this video. In next video, we will see some different concept and numericals on heat transfer. Till then, thank you.